Don't worry, there's nothing wrong. The brothers Meredith will be back soon. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Don't worry, there's nothing wrong. The brothers Meredith will be back soon. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Don't worry, there's nothing wrong. The brothers Meredith will be back soon. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Don't worry, there's nothing wrong. The brothers Meredith will be back soon. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. there's nothing wrong. The brothers Meredith will be back soon. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Don't worry, there's nothing wrong. The brothers Meredith will be back soon. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Don't worry, there's nothing wrong. The brothers Meredith will be back soon. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Hang on, hang on, hang on, please. Don't worry, there's nothing wrong. Hello everyone, hello, and welcome to this episode of What the Fuck is Sam's Green Screen Doing Now? It shit it so thoroughly. Hey Sam, I've always been saying you need to adjust your white balance. I've been saying it for years. Quiet Tim? Oh yeah. I was recording something and so it doesn't like it when I record at the volume that Discord likes. Wouldn't it be good? This would actually cause huge amounts of problems and would be bad. But wouldn't it be good if your computer was just like, I'm going to normalize volumes all the time? It would be bad. It would thoroughly fuck everything. But I just like it to be right all the time without me having to constantly fuck with it. But I also appreciate that if we left this up to Windows, it would never be right. It would always be wrong. No, that's... Yeah. I can see you coming through the thing. Speak again. Oh. Why is that not working? Sam, Discord audio. Oh, it's because it's a different call, because this is the Pentol chat. Hang on, everyone. We've got this environment is open to Pentol, and therefore is a different capture. So I need to go into here and go into here. Pentol cannot be trusted, as we all know. Right, Dragon Sam.
Hello.
There he is.
Canst thou hear?
Canst thou hearest us? I have cancelled, Sam. I'm constantly cancelling Sam. And yet he keeps getting recommissioned.
I get cancelled and then I come back and everyone goes, oh, he's so brave.
So
brave.
Well, the main thing I think about you is how brave you are, really. On a day-to-day basis, when I'm thinking about Sam, the main thing I'm thinking is, I wonder what this brave boy is going to do next.
Oh, bravery doesn't mean not being scared, but I am scared. Just to be clear, just to be clear, I am terrified all the time.
Shiting himself. Is your call quality really bad? You're made out of potatoes. Those were two completely separate sentences. I wanted to inquire about your call quality, but I also wanted to let you know you're made of potatoes.
You're made of potatoes.
Yeah, the resolution of your camera is, and I don't want. This isn't me trying to come out and needle you, but it's dog shit,
isn't it? It's real poopy. What's happening?
Is it just Discord bad?
Is Discord discording it up? Might doing something stupid? Is Steam downloading something?
Exactly, Firefly. The sweet dulcet tones of Sam.
Hello. Welcome back to Drive Time Radio.
Bonsai Gem. Do you know what, Bonsai Gem? In honor of Drive Time Radio, I'm going to do this. I'm going to read your comment in my best Drive Time voice. This one coming in here from Bonsai Gem. It could not be as cursed as Martin's impromptu stream earlier, where I was talking to him, but I could only hear him through the stream, and the stream couldn't hear me. Mord 11. Traffic on the ones from Sam. Hello, Sam.
Pretty good out here. There's been a pile up on the M1.
It's pretty good. We like it. We like that. It's a pretty good pile up.
I'm having fun.
Many dead. It's my job.
Oh, dozens and dozens and dozens.
Is dead.
We'll be dining on this for weeks.
Literally, I eat flesh.
Oh. I eat flesh. I'm a newsreader.
We're looking for Rose.
Oh, I've just gone straight into this.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. No. I'm Alan Wake. The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting.
How is game audio for people?
That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives.
Oh.
This place is crazy. Disappearances.
What's Sam
playing?
Urban
Don't know.
legends come true, and get this.
Don't know. I'm gonna look on Xbox to see if there's anything.
Well,
Play one of your hentai games. You like those?
Yeah,
Maybe a thing where you play solitaire and it reveals boobs. You know?
I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Like a packet of peanuts in a pub.
I want to see some boobs, but I want it to be difficult.
Yeah, I want to earn it.
I want to earn some drawn AI produced titties.
Game is quiet. No, okay.
Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Killed a guy called Zane. Hi, Lily Rose. Hello,
Iggleboa
1. I was trying to work out what was an I and what was an L. We cannot evil. Why are you following the world's slowest man? He's clearly hurt his leg, and by his camo trousers, I assume he's either a veteran or a hunter. Have some respect for both. Maybe he's a veteran hunter. Maybe went duck hunting in the Vietnam War. You don't know.
Yeah,
maybe he went fishing in Korea.
I got hurt in the Vietnam War. I wasn't fighting in the Vietnam War.
I wasn't in Vietnam.
I just sort of crossed paths
Yeah.
with it and got hurt.
I was in Laos buying kidneys, and I got caught in the crossfire in a bar fight. So
I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver.
This man's coat is so
I
big.
asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both.
I'm sorry. She can be a little loopy, but don't worry, she's not homeless or anything, because as we know, that's the hierarchy of terrible things.
God.
Yep. Ethan has said, I know you just started playing, but you've got to watch this video. Okay, all right. Ethan is the lawkeeper, and don't forget, Ethan, you can send your facts in, and we can play.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you design a quest where I need to follow an NPC, you are banned from making video games for 1 year. If you design a quest where I need to follow an NPC, you are banned from making video games. If you design a quest, you are making video games. If you design, you are making. If you an NPC video games. If you move slower than my running speed, you are gone.
I do appreciate this. There's a certain visual element to this. Oh no. Okay, right. So at the end, it was all the text, like they were blacking out more text, and then the text was all blacked out, and then it was black for 2 frames, and then it was the fade up at the start of Skyrim when you're in the cart. Which is, you know what? I got that from 2 like shadowy lumps, and I'm like, oh look, it's the opening from Skyrim. It's like, oh, I played a lot of Skyrim, didn't I? And I started Skyrim a lot of times. I started that game an infinite number of times more than I finished. I don't know if I ever finished Skyrim. Because I always just fucked about.
No. Yeah, I just went on my own little adventures, ignoring the story. I was having a great time.
Because the story is entirely forgettable.
Yeah.
You're always a guy, you can shout Thuzrodar, you fuck a dragon at the end, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Thank you very much to Foxglove Pal, who resubscribed. They've been subscribed for 44 months. I haven't made it to a stream for a million years, brackets 3 weeks. 71 Penguins. People finish Skyrim? Not me.
Well,
people apparently do.
This here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
It's my details. My details, my business. My big-coated friend is very rude. Vesemir coughs and finished all quests and has all Skyrim Steam achievements. Pervert. So Rose rang me, and then she put the phone down and was like, and then the creepy veil lady was behind her.
Oh dear.
What?
Mr.
Oh, she seems
Wade.
fine.
I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
I don't notice anything wrong.
Oh yes. Yes. Please come in.
Quickly, let's all go into this lady's house. She's clearly fine. Drink something she's made.
Hey,
why did she have a catering
really
pot
good.
of coffee in her home?
Rose,
Yes.
I like to play
my
shop.
manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry? She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey Al? Al, what's... Oh...
Barry!
He's dead.
What?
Poison.
Yeah, he's poisoned. Cups. No, she didn't poison the coffee, she poisoned the cup. The cup itself is made of poison. Now she should just pour hot coffee on his face. Inkstain. Barry, no!
It's coming for
Some
you.
plutonium.
Hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started.
Finish what you started, Alan.
You must turn the lights on.
Alan.
Big bitch.
Turn the light on.
Ooh. Who's this guy?
Back to work, boy.
Instead, Daddy, Alan Wake is so pathetic.
I felt nauseous, hungover.
All I know, all I know about Skyrim is the way to remember the difference between that and Dragon Age. If it's about the Age of Dragons, it's Skyrim. If it's about a hole in the sky, it's Dragon Age. It's a very good point. It's a very good point.
Video games.
Eagleboa, Alan, you have to wake.
I can't tell reality from
Come on, Alan.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
they've got live action.
They've
They've got live action bits.
She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jacker.
Oh, Remedy love doing that, don't they? What was
Sam,
that game?
Sam, why are you in this
everything
game?
was live action.
That's
Hello.
right. It's a white man with a goatee, therefore it's Sam. Although to be fair, it's a white man in a goatee wearing a suit jacket with a hoodie, which is a very Sam Raimi move. You have to admit this.
Yeah. Oh, I love a suit jacket with a hoodie.
Do you go to business meetings and they say you have to wear a suit jacket, so you wear it, and then you wear a hoodie to undermine it completely?
My style icon is Ben Affleck in Dogma.
Yeah.
The genre of the story seems to be shifting.
And my style icon is Ben Affleck and dog shit, so quite similar. Ethan, Quantum Break has like 20-minute live action sequences between the episodes.
Break, that was it. That was what I was thinking of.
Oh, it's Misery. It's Misery. It's the game Misery. Yeah. So this is this lady's actual room. What the hell is going on with her shelves? Why are they so distressed and mouldy? She's only been possessed for like half an hour. Like, what has she been doing?
The mold knows. The mold got in there like quick.
It really did.
It's literary mold.
And also, who keeps one pair of shoes on their own in a corner cupboard, but a big jar at the top? But a very
I need
nice
somewhere to store my big jar.
Where's my big... It's got to be close to me while I sleep, otherwise I can't hear the screams. Is that Dr. Phil? No, just a big-faced white man. She's got
Rose took a
guys.
day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
The book titles: Medicated to Hate. A book, okay. A WebMD book.
Yeah. You don't need a WebMD book. There's WebMD for that.
Yeah. Unless it just says WebM. Maybe it's just WebM.
Oh, I see.
But what's WebM? WebM.
It's... maybe it's Spider-Man fan fiction. But no, Spider-Man James Bond crossover fan fiction. That's what it is.
Double O Webm. And then something called like Whitsuntide. Is that Whitsuntide? I know that's a book, but I don't know who it's by. No. Firefly, every game with Tim is misery. How dare you? Ethan, rude. She works in the hospitality job. Oh my god, he's just still there. And she's just on the floor.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today?
Not working?
Cooking with corn. 72 tasty recipes.
For Rose.
Corn with a K.
Corn with yeah.
First refill is free.
I want to see what Jonathan Davies has to
now
say about
I have further questions
specials?
Because we were served coffee from a catering coffee thermos. It was conical and it was opaque. She has a drip coffee machine with a glass serving carafe. It is a different make and type. And that coffee carafe, the poisony one, has now disappeared. So am I to take it that was like a phantom coffee carafe that was part of the illusion?
Way too heavy to carry.
I would say this game is unplayable.
Yeah, unplayable
in its current state. If that's the kind of shit we're supposed to deal with.
Ethan, are you willing to defend the worst game of all time?
Were gone. To find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible.
Wicked Not Evil. I recently saw a crossover fic with Marvel and Bond where Q adopted Peter Parker. So yeah, that's intense. That's intense. It's very intense. And I'm not talking about camping, Sam. Ethan, so true. No, awful game. 0 out of 10. Oh, I've been doing a fun thing today and yesterday, Sam.
Yeah.
So I was talking a couple of weeks ago. They'd asked me to design a little DSM desk for work, and we got to the point.
And obviously, I know what that means.
Yes,
for chat.
For chat.
Who might not know.
The deputy stage manager desk. So it's like at the side of the stage or somewhere else where you've got like video feeds of the theatre, and then like maybe extra feeds of like an overhead camera and maybe out front of house. Then you've got the comms master unit, so you can talk to all the people with comms packs and sort of like squash the call and be like, everybody shut up, I need to say something important. And then you have a queue light system where you can basically tell people at desks, like, hey, something's about to happen, get ready to go to your next queue and go, without having to talk to them all the time, because it keeps the comms channel clear. And also the sound guy can't have headphones on, because in our case, our sound guy, you could be a sound lady. Or just Sam, actually, just a sound person if you just stop screaming. So where you can't wear headphones, there's a little flashing light to tell you it's time for your cue without having to talk to you. And various other bits and bobs.
That's cool.
And basically, there's no budget for it this year, but we'd like one. So I've been scavenging like video mixers and old amps and server racks and things and gluing them together. And today I properly assembled them and turned it on. And only 30% of it didn't work, which I think is pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. But for stupid reasons, like different video converters and things that should work but aren't, stuff like that, where you're like, you said everything about this should work, but it's simply not working, and I need to work out why. But I mean, it's really
tedious,
nice
technical horseshit.
Yeah, like it works through HDMI, but through BNC SDI video, it doesn't work. Why? Shut up. That's why.
Who knows?
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh
Verisima,
air.
so Tim has a shut up button at work too.
The weather's getting heavy. Things like this make me especially glad I'm here.
Major Possum, you get video feeds, you get assistant stage managers.
I can't sleep at all. It's all
fancy.
Bed sheets and dark
It is just like us.
punctuated by the occasional plunge.
And I think we tend to have a stage manager who is just the technical production manager of the whole venue, and then the deputy stage manager who is the person that actually like is there and runs the show.
What's on your mind, Walt?
Well, I am the way you are, but I can't sleep either,
Ethan, new fact just dropped. Oh, I should get my facts up.
Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
Right. New fact incoming.
Fact number 5. Hello. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
So Quantum Break has Easter eggs for what was going to be the original Alan Wake sequel, and it didn't end up becoming the sequel. It's kind of still got hints of it in Alan Wake 2, but yeah, there's also like a lecture hall in the first area, and it has loads of like crazy conspiracy theory ramblings on it about Alan Wake, and it's very cool. And also Quantum Break is referenced in, well, before it came out, in the poem that Thomas Zane first tells you, and he says where waves are both wilder and more serene. And there's a character in Quantum Break called Beth Wilder and a character called Paul Serene.
Serene.
Yeah. Beth
Wilder and Paul Serene. But and weirdly, it's not actually because he's serene, it's because he's named after Malt Loaf. Even though it's his surname, so he's named after him. Thank you very much, Ethan. Foxglove Pal. Tim, by the way, I wasn't able to join on Sunday. I bought a ticket to the Stella Firma show, and you can too, with the link that I'm going to post right now.
Post that link.
No, that's the ticket overview page where I see sales. You shouldn't go there because it will just not be a thing for you.
I want to read out. I want to read out Danny's message as a poem.
Please do.
I think it's got some music to it, whether it was intended or not, Danny. There's some music in there. I hate James Bond so much. Fucking James Bond. I hate the way it's so proud of itself for its misogynistic, racist, awful, uninspired story and protagonists. I hate the way I see my father behind it. I hate the impact it had on culture, on the culture it reflected. I hate James Bond. Sorry, got a bit off topic there. Someone mentioned James Bond.
The return to "I hate James Bond" really sounds like poetry. It really does. I hate James Bond so much. Fucking James Bond. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good stuff. Instead, Danny, have you listened to the Kill James Bond podcast? Because basically that is your sentiments in a podcast. A very good podcast. and I don't know if this chat will be interested in it. A podcast with 2 trans women and a non-binary person as the host. And I don't know. Not. I don't know if that'll fit your interests.
Probably not, right?
Or cultural views. It doesn't seem like it will. Sorry I mentioned it. Danny, wait, there's a podcast? Instead, Danny, I've been writing a lot of poetry today and the tone stuff. It's like whenever I walk out of any film, I spend the next 20 minutes talking in that film, and I hate myself for doing it, but I take it on as a sort of a temporary personality.
Yeah, you get the voice of the screenwriter stuck in your head. Whatever that might be.
Whatever it might be. Bonsai Gem. Boo. Miniature Possum. Sounds gay. Sounds pretty gay, guys.
Agricultural science pack.
Agricultural science. Sounds pretty gay to me.
Oh, I need tungsten carbide. Okay.
Fox Club out. Yes, this chat hates that. We're always going on off about woke and DEI. It's true. Bonsai Gem. Have a pic of my tattoo. New tattoo. Oh, no.
What?
The link was wrong, Bonsai Gem, unfortunately.
Wrong link.
Wrong link.
There's rustling behind the curtain.
Is it dog or partner?
It?
Or both?
I don't know.
Where's this? There's just the sound of running water. Yeah, Pentel. Hey, guess who slept in? That's all right, Pentel. If you needed a nap, have a nap. Just wandering around this park, and I should have just gone right here.
Oh, you're gonna get
Inkstead Daddy just looked up Kill James Bondcast. Is that Abigail Thorne? It is Abigail Thorne, November Kelly, and Devon. Just Devon.
FBI, get him up, Hemingway.
Pentel, what do you mean let you in? It's a call between the three of us. Do I need to let you in? It's open to you. You just join it.
I see.
Yeah.
Pentel, do you not know how to use Discord?
So Pentel, do you want to show you how to use Discord, Pentel? Is it tricky for you?
You're under arrest.
You old man.
Sorry, Pentel. There's a cutscene. We have to be quiet. There's a cutscene. Sorry, the cutscene. Right,
old man.
Oh, okay. They just shot the guy. Why'd they shoot that guy? Oh, I just realised I should actually, after giving Pentel a hard time, I should probably share the stream so you can hear when there's a.
Oh yeah.
We also should see what my volumes are so we know if it's balanced or not, buddy.
It looks okay on here. You're going just into the bottom of the yellow, but do let us know because sometimes the little decibelometer, it lies to me. It lies so egregiously.
I think I'm a little louder. It sounds I'm a little louder.
Yeah, I think you've got more compression. So let's go. Show non-video participants, because you couldn't possibly adjust their input volume without seeing their camera. That would be awful. Right, put you to 71, and then hide non-video participants again, and then close the menu, which you always forget to do, Tim. There we go. Lovely. How are you, Pentel?
The nap was nice. It was supposed to be half an hour. It turned into 1.5 hours.
I always say this is something I'm always saying. So if everyone will shut up.
I'll shut him up.
Yeah, when you go for a nap and it just goes on long, clearly you needed the sleep. And so.
I mean, yeah.
You don't
but
sound
that does
convinced.
mean I'm not gonna be that chaotic, like bullshitter. So you're all
You just could be sort of calm and just offer good life advice. Is that what we should expect for the rest of the stream?
Yeah.
And also a little bit disappointed because I could have played Split Fiction tonight and I completely forgot. But I did say I'm gonna be in the call, and I like keeping my first promises.
Well, but the thing is, Sam is playing. Actually, I thought you were playing Factorio. Sam's playing something. You could also play Split Fiction and be in the call. These are all things you can do.
Tim, Split Fiction is a co-op game with another person. It's
yeah. Ignore them.
The platformer thingy. What was that other one? The prison one? Let Me Out. I can't believe I got out. I'm stuck in.
I can't believe it's not. I can't believe it's not Prison Escape.
Yes, it's
and
from
also
the
It Takes Two.
A Way Out, and It Takes Two. Yeah.
Ethan, because people were saying that it's incredible that Alan Wake didn't just get shot because of plot armor, and Ethan says, "Wait, no, I was going to say this. It's cool because he quite literally has canonical plot armor because he wrote the story of the game. Because he's he's dreaming the plots of his own books at him." And now we resume with the cutscene.
just imagining he's just an author who's dreamt up a story in which people are invested in him finishing his stories.
God, you have no idea how right Ian is. I am not gonna say shit, but by God, Ian and Ethan, you just
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Also, I was being shot at. This guy. Oh, there
But
we
yeah,
go.
chat, do we sound like we are in balance?
Is there balance in the universe, chat?
Balance.
Something, 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 Markiplier.
What am I supposed to do with all this uranium?
Yeah,
I'm
I
not,
ask that myself that question every day.
I haven't looked at what Markiplier's up to lately because a year ago, on his podcast with two of his friends, they were really into AI shit, as in they kept like making episodes where they used AI, either like image generation or AI stories to, I'm guessing, to keep up with the amount of episodes they have to put out for their Spotify stuff. But it just left a bitter taste in my mouth how they are just so ready to use AI.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah. I have only engaged with Markiplier in terms of occasionally YouTube will serve me a video where he's yelling.
He hasn't yelled in a long while, actually.
He hasn't yelled in a long while. His yelling days are behind him.
Yeah, genuinely.
Really? Maybe he was worried that it was becoming his thing, or maybe he got a throat condition.
That's what happened when he did Unusanus with Crank Gameplays, which was like we are gonna make a channel for 1 year and then delete everything.
Oh yeah.
He said it himself in that channel that there was an episode where he got really fucking angry to the point where he punched a wall and he didn't realize he was that angry. So he literally said, "I'm going to change because this is not good."
Yeah, I'm getting performatively angry, and much like with anything, if you do something performatively, your body goes, "Oh, I guess this is how we feel then."
Let's just do it for realsies.
Yeah. Because clearly we want to do this.
He still gets angry. You know, but like you can clearly tell it's like, yeah.
Oh, Ethan says, "Wait, where's it gone? Wait, where's it gone?" Oh yeah, Alan Wake actively getting shot at. Damn. I did think that when he like a car explodes him, he's like, "Oh, I've got to go meet my publisher." Gosh.
So annoying.
Yeah, Ethan, that's it. I only heard he's using it in past year, so I didn't really check on him except to see if his movie is out. But if he's still into using, but if he's still into using ChatGPT and everything, I am not interested.
Shoot it. Oh, it's a horrible thing. Andy. It's Andy. Okay, the monster's Andy. Monster's Andy, everyone.
You mean he can change a light bulb, or you mean his name's Andrew?
He's Andy, actually.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. After a writer, not a monster.
Same thing. So, Sam and Pentel, rather, would you like to hear my humorous observation about a piece of musical theatre?
Yes.
Yes.
And indeed, generally a story. I went to see the Jekyll and Hyde musical the other day. Helicopter! And it weirdly had a helicopter in it, which was anachronistic. And so it has all this stuff about, him coming up with this drug to try and save, in the version I watched, his brother, but I think in the original musical, his father. I don't know what it was in the original story. Oh, God. And basically he takes it and he feels sort of powerful and invigorated, but also he's sort of impulsive in doing these terrible things, and he's now hurting people, but he can't stop. And oh God, the thing is like, okay, well, what this is a musical about a man who's invented cocaine. Like, there's nothing mystical about this drug. What, a drug that makes you feel powerful but do terrible stuff, but you can't stop taking it? That's cocaine, guys.
That's coke, mate.
That's just coke.
In the original, he invented the potion to save money on carrots at Tesco.
It really did not fit the brief.
Just wildly backfired. It was completely wrong. Just totally wrong.
The birds.
Was that a big sigh I heard there, Pentar? Was that a big Pentar sigh I got?
No, don't worry about it. That's not disappointed sigh. That's still a
Pentar's
sigh
just
that's
tired.
left. Yeah, no, that's a sigh left over from my napping. Sorry. Did it sounded like a disappointed
Yeah. It was
sigh?
like, oh, for fuck's sake, guys. will you shut
No, it was
These
that's the half left over from my nap.
I'm just EP. Oh no. Foxhoff, doesn't Jekyll and Hyde have the most difficult solo for a guy in musical theatre? Is that the one where he's singing both sides of it?
Yes.
That one? Yeah.
That not only that there are several times where actually in the musical there is one song where you can tell how much an actor is ready to do something or not, because there's a song where sometimes they make it faster, or sometimes they cut part of it, because it's like a 5 minute song.
Oh, it's a long old song.
It's when basically always when Hyde and Jekyll and Hyde sing about who is dead if the other dies.
You can't separate Jekyll from Hyde. That one.
Yes.
Yeah. Firefly, Tim, there is a pro shot of David Hasselhoff starring in Jekyll and Hyde, and he keeps on going on oxygen between scenes because he said the theatre is the most challenging thing I've ever done. It's high camp. Oh, it's very camp. And also, the very handsome young man who was playing Jekyll and Hyde, especially when he was like crawling about on the floor and ripping his shirt off, there was sort of a ooh amongst the head women, and then the lighting designer, who I know, leant over and said, "It's a shame for them because he is the gayest man I've ever met." Just sorry, ladies. You can look at his chest, but you can't touch because he's high camp. And I expressed my shock that there was a gay man in musical theatre. I haven't heard of such a thing before. 71 Penguins, a shame for them, but a win for me.
The old generator conked out. I'd have to see if I could fix it and try again.
Okay. So I can do it quicker. Oh, hang on, sorry, I'm being wrong. Oh, hang on.
Everyone,
what happened?
It's my stream now.
One of the rare times where it's Tim who is actually having some background things, and not you.
Right. And not
also,
me. I do also have background things going on.
Yeah, I do hear Monty. I do hear him.
Yeah. He's mad.
Monty's mad. The most difficult solo for a guy musical is the manuscript Loaded Gun Dracula. Is in my manuscript Loaded Gun Dracula. What's Loaded Gun Dracula about, other than Dracula with a loaded gun? So no Penguins. Professor Shitwig, show us Monty.
He's very busy bothering Erin at the moment, so...
because it means...
He's not available for comment, I'm afraid.
Yeah, he's afraid of scandal.
Yep.
Okay. There we go. Is there an implication that Control and Alan Wake are in the same universe? Was that a thing I remember?
Yeah, they are, yeah.
Yeah.
I think specifically.
Because it's all Remedy. Did they work backwards from that? Did they make Control and then make Alan Wake 2 and like, oh, this would be fun? Or from Control onwards, was there a Alan Wake?
I don't know. I haven't played any of the Alan Wake games, but Control was, let's say, preoccupied with the Alan Wake mythos.
Yeah.
In a way that I'm not sure was the best idea.
No? Things I enjoyed Control, but I again never got that far through it. And oh my god, she's right here. I had no idea Amy had walked into the room. I didn't hear her, and she just arrived, and now she's here. Everyone, here's Amy.
I thought he was going to actually hit me that time.
I flinched fully away. I didn't lunge. It wasn't like, ugh!
I'm just laughing at the fact that I've just bought these compression things.
Yeah.
and you measure your thighs and your calves and your ankles to buy the right size.
Yeah.
But they all come the same length, and you just
They stop
you
wherever.
just have to stretch them, because that's like that.
Oh yeah, that's gonna have to go up a little higher.
Yeah.
Sorry everyone, my girlfriend's got big compression thigh things, so looks like you've lost out. Verisima, Tim just aged 10 years in that very moment. Karen, Tim is so easily jump scared. I really am. I'm very jumpy. I don't know why.
Just jumpy little man.
I'm jumpy guy. I just killed a gate with a torch. Didn't know that was a thing.
Just gonna mute
Ethan
myself for a minute.
bringing thigh highs to a new level.
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Thanks, Alan.
Thanks, Alan.
Thanks, Alan. Alan, thank you. He's
You're a
done.
real one, buddy.
Let's pour one out for the boys, Alan. Alan, let's pour one out for the boys.
Oh, pour one out. Jesus Christ, I said pull one out?
Let's pull one out for the boys.
Let's pull out for the boys.
It's Boys Tug Night.
You know what? Nothing. I have nothing else.
Oh, there's nothing to
nothing
say.
else.
There's nothing to say.
No. No, there's nothing.
It means nothing to me. Boys Tug Night. Oh, what's dodge again?
Who knows, buddy?
Who knows? Oh, it's run. Run is dodge. Dodge is run. Tim's weak
It's
and
run.
easily possessed.
Run!
Run! Foxglove, oh chat, I'm house sitting for my parents right now, so I'm getting cat cuddles and cat cuddles. There's Monty. There's a golden dome that implies Monty.
My little boy.
There he is.
You want to say hello?
Aww.
You handsome boy.
God, I can't believe Monty is not a little kid anymore.
He's an old man.
He's a big baby.
Firefly, he's absolutely dreamy. Karen, he always looks so confused. He does. He's just sort of like,
Yeah.
what's going on, actually?
Hey.
KTB.
I wanted to.
Go on, Bendel.
I wanted to say that Monty's allowed to be confused, but it happens so much that I feel like at this point it needs to be checked on.
Yeah, it does need to be checked.
He's confused about everything.
He's confused about everything. Especially immigration. He keeps asking questions about it that I don't want to get into.
No, we are not making Monty politic.
Racist Monty. Racist Monty. KTB, Sam, address update. It's all assembled. I just have to put the zipper in and hem it.
Excellent.
Zipper in and hem it. Le Poisson Steve. Firefly says, I bet he smells so good. Creepy.
He does smell good.
Does he smell good? He does smell good.
He's a stinky little man, but it's good stink.
It's the good stink. He's the alien. Just got reminded of the video where Amy says you're going to tell everyone about tugging. Yeah, we were going to record a video, like a lovely little video, and then Amy opened it not with anything we discussed, and the video immediately went off the rails. But I think all the better for it. Yeah.
What video? Sorry?
One you follow us on Instagram, Pentol, and then maybe you know about it.
I don't follow you on every fucking bloody platform.
Not me, Goblins Pod, run by Amy, who I thought you liked. So
I haven't opened up Instagram in 2 years. What do you want?
You hate Amy. That's
hate
what.
Amy.
That's all I'm hearing is you hate Amy.
you hate Amy and you want her to be ill and sad. That's what we're hearing. Okay, why is that not working?
No, darling, I don't hate Amy. I want to take her out on a date. I think we discussed that.
Yeah, and you can't have her.
I actively flirted with her, like when it was the My Immortal stream.
Hashtag back off Pentol. Why is this not working?
Nah.
What is it wrong?
I feel like most of the chat would be on my side.
I feel like that's.
But
no, something's gone wrong. Something's gone wrong.
But it also doesn't matter when, you know, Amy has the final say.
Oh, of course Amy has the final say. But, you know. Like the House of Lords, I at least get to delay. Ah, okay. Checkpoint.
Checkpoint.
Checkpoint, please.
I don't know if that's the best model for a relationship.
Well, the House
Tim,
of
is
Lords?
like the British
parliamentary system.
Yeah.
Seems pretty sexy to me. I dodged, you pricks.
Oh yeah, by the way, how long do you want this stream to be, Tim? Just
Billion
so I
hours?
know.
1 billion hours?
11 hours. I think we can do a quick 11.
Probably no more than 3. I normally run out of steam at 3.
Run out of juice.
Run out of that juice.
Did you read out Lily Rose's highlighted message?
Can't. Running.
I
Will in
can
a minute.
read it.
Oh, where's the entrance?
I can read it. Yes.
Oh, I haven't got a gun, of course.
Tim, Sam, chat. Funny story, although content warning for past pet death. I had a dream a couple of days ago in which my beloved dog appeared, who passed away of old age back in November. I mentioned this element because she appeared in the dryer, which had been running, and this was good for her, and she enjoyed it. Huh. She likes dog in the dryer. Okay.
Dog in the dryer.
Here in the Meredith podcast, here in the Meredith Brothers stream. Yeah, Meredith podcast. Yeah. Here in the Brothers Meredith stream, while we do understand dreams are fantastic and fun, dogs are not okay with the dryer. Don't listen to your head.
Oh, they're not?
No.
They're not like that. They don't like being put in the hot tumbler.
Let them dry manually.
Sure.
That's what.
Do not. Sorry, I cannot stress enough. Do not dry your dogs automatically. Dry your dogs manually in, say, a mangle, or by just rubbing them so much that they set on fire. Those are the approved ways.
I'm gonna say right now, buddy, I almost no one likes it when Tumblr is hot, so don't.
Oh, Pentel.
Was that a Tumblr joke?
Yes.
You talking about Tumblr? You bring in Tumblr energy to here.
I hope.
Buddy, how do you think? Where do you think I belong?
Where do
you think I'm not a Tumblr person? I'm a theater kid. I was in an improv group for fucking ages.
Sounds pretty gay to me. Ethan the Alien says, also, Remedyverse explanation. In Control, they have multiple files about Alan Wake and the events of Bright Falls lying around the map. And there was also a Control DLC called AWE, and that has a lot of info about what happened to a certain character from this game, not Alan, someone else.
I love how you said I love how you say it's pretty gay. Like I'm not a trans bisexual aromantic man.
So what you're saying is, well done, Tim. Correctly identified is what I'm hearing here. Why am I prosecuted for being right so often?
If I wasn't any of those, I wouldn't have even come close to listening to podcasts.
We're saying the same thing, but you're saying it to me as if I'm wrong.
Wait, what? If you weren't... Wait.
If you weren't trans and ace and aromantic, you wouldn't listen to podcasts.
No,
not even wait, don't tell me.
Not ace.
I didn't say aromantic. I thought you said ace. I apologise. It's just all this newfangled terminology. I'm so old.
I fuck around and find out a lot.
And what do you find out? Just facts. Just cool facts. Like
about myself.
You know, you just mid banging and somebody's like, during the Habsburg period. You know, it's just nice facts.
Why would I know about the Habsburg period? We actually learned in school. I learned more about it than you with your English teachings in your school, which is lacking with so many fundamental things.
I mean, they didn't teach me about the Habsburgs. The only thing I know about the Habsburgs is the Habsburg lip, and the fact that the
you learned that from everything.
I learned that from everything, and also is it the other thing about the royal families of Europe is one of the reasons so many of them had what's the disease where your blood doesn't clot? Haemophilia, is because Queen Victoria was a carrier of haemophilia, so didn't experience it herself, and then went on to be basically related to almost all of the royal families of Europe of the 1800s.
But you can learn.
Fucking.
You can learn that in Doctor Who as well. Don't worry about it.
I can learn in Doctor Who. Karen, I thought it was the Habsburg chin. It was the chin. No, it's the. Oh, it's the Habsburg chin. Sorry, yes, because the lyric is the Habsburg lip, but is it the Habsburg?
Yeah,
it's Habsburg
rhymes,
jaw.
I think.
The Habsburg jaw is the one I originally learnt about, which is a chin, but jaw.
Wow.
Ethan, they hated Jesus
so
because he
good.
told the truth. Lazy Kiwi. Now, if my nan's dog needed to be dry, we just put a towel down on the floor, and the dog would roll and drag herself all around the towel. Excellent.
Yeah, that's what Monty does.
Yeah. Right, cutscene.
It's very funny.
No one cares about your game.
You just called me Dan Brown.
Whoa. Everyone calm down.
Put the gun down. We're all friends here.
I have nothing to say to that. I have nothing.
We got him.
What's going on with Nightingale?
What the hell's the matter
He
with
says
you?
Judas
There's a
Priest
civilian
instead
in
of
there.
Jesus Christ. Judas Priest!
Yeah, why don't you come in here and check it out? Hey, dickhead.
I've slid down a lot of embankments so far just in this level.
I'll get you yet, even if it kills me. You hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way.
I hate being in
alive.
disadvantage whenever I'm in a call with the two of you because you have the advantage of being funny. I'm not funny. I've been in improv classes and theater groups and I'm not funny. That's the one thing I
funny,
never
guys.
learned. Like, I know what humor is. I can appreciate humor. I cannot do humor.
Guys, I know what humour is. So, okay. Okay. Picking up the flare. Lighting the flare.
Are you gonna do anything good about the flare as well?
Dodge. Ow.
Get it.
Got a gun.
That's not
Guys,
helping at all.
I'm in charge. I've got a gun now. Falcon Postal, the fuck Pentel, you're so funny. Firefly, if you know what humour is, why are you watching Tim?
Wow. But good point. That was unnecessary.
That was
I mean,
unnecessary.
You are funny, First of all, you are funny,
Pentel.
Pentel.
No, focus on Pat. The reason why you think I'm funny is because you remember the times that I did land the joke. There are 1,000 times where I said a joke. Out of that, there were 80 times when a joke landed.
I mean, that's how I work. I just say enough of them.
Yeah, it's true. You just have to not care. I understand where you're coming from. You can feel like it's not landing and people aren't laughing at you, but usually it's just finding the right audience.
No, that's the problem. They're not laughing at my joke. They're laughing at me. So.
That's fine.
Oh.
That's what Will Forte's worked on all these years. He's just like, I'm going to commit to it to the point that you have no choice except to find this amusing.
Yeah, but Tim, the pressure and anxiety really hangs on to you making fun of yourself, and it's gonna tell you that what you told about yourself is actually true.
I wouldn't know anything about this. Ow. Okay, I'm probably going to die on this one. Yeah, because I had to itch my nose at a key moment and got hit very badly. Right. So let's say I turn this on. And also perhaps this one. Oh, is there something up there? Should I go up there first? I'm going to go up there first because I get the feeling when I pick up that shotgun, it activates all of those grobblers.
They're going to grobble you.
Ilgaba, humour is about the jokes that don't land, like jazz. Manager Bosom, you like jazz? Also,
jazz.
Here's a fun thing about Tim's psychology, because it's always about me. When you said, I'm not funny, I thought I should say Pentel is funny, because Pentel is funny. But then I thought, I hate it when I say something about myself and then people automatically countermand it, even if it's to make it a compliment.
Thank you.
My
Thank you.
immediate feeling is like, I'd be really annoyed if I said, I'm not very funny. And someone's like, you are funny. Because I would it would just annoy me. And so I just didn't say anything. But that made it sound like I was just tacitly...
No. Tim, you did the best. Your thinking is the one I appreciate. I don't like how people immediately rebut with like, no, you are funny. Like, that's not helpful in the long run. You know that, right?
And also, I'm like, are you calling me a liar? I just told you something, and you don't believe me.
Yes.
I just told you I'm trash.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
It's funny how brain works, isn't it?
Why is this... Oh, fuck me. I keep feeling I've reloaded, and then I go to find it goes reload weapon. Fucked up, pal. Well, sorry for being polite and honest. You should be. You scumbag.
Okay, you do know there's just making us more petty towards like, well, if you're saying the truth, well, I guess you're wrong. I am going to hold my own opinion about myself. That's how the brain works.
Yeah, it's called oppositional defiance. Love it. How do I change weapon again? There we go.
It sadly, the very much heightens it. Oppositional defiance with neurodivergent people is not fun.
Oh my god, there's so many guys. There's so many of these guys, though.
Who invented the Karen says, who invented the human brain? It's a bit of a mess. It really is. It's a meat computer designed to keep meat alive. And then we're not really using it for its intended purpose.
We've really sort of jailbroken the system, and it's like a very janky version of Linux now.
Like one of the theories about why humans have 3-color vision
Should I just run?
Is one of our ancestors needed it to tell whether fruit was ripe. There's one of the 2 ways you can tell fruit is ripe: by smell or by sight.
There's 3 ways: so, smell, sight, and trying to have sex with it.
Yeah,
those are the 3
exactly.
ways.
Yeah, the three ways.
That's how 3 ways were invented.
Shut up.
You wanna fuck this apple with me? Huh?
Huh? You wanna?
Huh?
Huh?
Yeah, me and my wife saw you across the room, Apple. We thought, hey.
We liked your vibe and the consistency.
Huh?
Huh?
I'm sorry, but you saying that just reminds me of the fucking annoying orange of, hey, Apple! Hey Apple!
Okay, well, I run at 1 mile an hour. Ethan, how do I do this?
Be better.
This is so annoying. Like, I haven't got any flashbangs, so I can't do any group attacks. Every time I try and sort of use these lights, it kind of works a bit, but not much. My last message got are you sure you want to say this? What was that? Oh, to be honest, pears are inherently erotic. For Esma, hey, anyone interested in a ticket to see Tim live? I suddenly can't go anymore. JK. Still hurts. We've sold over 100 tickets, Sam. Isn't that fun?
Wow. To one person?
Yeah, just one guy.
What if I bought all the tickets?
No, that would be really. No, the thing is, that wouldn't even be like disappointing or anything. It would be creepy at that point of like, what just the fuck are you?
Sam
like
in the room. Sam in
what
the room.
If I bought all of them and no one else could go and I just sat in the middle?
And you're just like, do it. Do the jokes.
Dance for me, monkey.
Do it for me, you spider.
A spider?
Yeah.
You know, spider.
Running. Just gonna run. Just running. No, not while I'm running from zombies. It was frightening.
Am I sneezing? Was there a response to my sneeze?
Yeah, I was running in a tense section and you sneezed. And now Monty's cross.
Bodily functions.
Well, can you just try? Because it doesn't sound like you even try. Yeah, can you just try actually? For goodness sake.
Why is Amy in the chat?
Because she's in the other room.
Sam, you can give us the hundreds of pounds whenever you like.
Oh dear. So I found
I
out
came here because I got
co-worker crashed his car again. 3rd car. I'm afraid you should stop driving.
Jesus Christ. I came here because I got tired editing Goblins episode, but this is genuinely more tiring. And then Firefly said it's exhausting here, and then Amy said Tim is going off meds, but I'm going on meds. Everything is exhausting. And then she said, wait, flip that.
Yes, who was asking about... Oh, it's Fox Club. Yes, about 160 seats. About 100, I think what we said, 111 or something like that. It's not bad in a couple of days.
Hello?
You know, if you really hated me, I could literally just go and play Split Fiction with friends instead. I could just go.
When do I hate you? I just
What's
hate
happening?
Because you
I
said
don't hate
contain
you.
myself.
Yeah, I don't hate you. I just want you to change your
If you
behaviour
don't
to
love-
suit my needs.
If you don't love every part of me, then what am I? Would you love me if I was a worm?
No, I've been through this with a number of people. If you turned into a worm, I am no longer capable of loving you. I don't know what's so fucking difficult about this for people find.
No, I fully understand.
Shit.
I love no worm.
And also, like, how do you know that you stay with your like brain functions as a worm? What if I'm turned into a worm and then I find a lot of worms that I'm into and we do a worm orgy? Like, you can't really love a person after a worm orgy.
A wargy for Wormtoll, as Miniature Possum's called you. Do it yourself. Do you think I'd be healthier if I was a worm? I think it'd be harder to tell you were ill, so I suppose there's that.
And nobody's doing, like, prescribing anything to worms.
Yeah,
There's
or
no
women.
one out there.
Am I right?
Am I right?
Am I right?
Ladies?
Unfortunately, I am, due to the state of medical science. Firefly, what if you were a Tory worm?
I mean, the most terrifying part is, you know how worms get, you know, whenever you can pull them apart, the both parts become their own separate thing.
Well, it's not the case.
That's not true, though, is it?
But
no,
but
two
what
dead worms.
But what happens when you know, turn back into a human after that?
Two pieces of a dead human. You turn from a dead worm to a dead human. Oh, everything's
Or-
floaty. Oh.
You get two.
Oh. Physics isn't working. Physics is angry. Ow. Oh. Am I? Oh, okay. I'm fighting. I didn't realise I was actually now fighting objects.
On the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
And to be fair, that depends, because like I do know that a lot of worms can regrow their tails.
Yeah.
But what would a tail count as in, like, if you cut off
human.
someone's tail and they turn back to a human? Is that just full on knee
some
from
of their
knees down?
legs.
It's done. From knees down, it's just.
Or
gone.
just the wang. Enrich Cat Possum, I had a wild dream that one of the Goblins' funding goals was Tim and Ben having to wrestle dressed as mermen, and they were going to go through with it, but I guess it was one of those, if we get to £1 million, we'll do this in some fan with lots of money, called your bluff. I'd wrestle anyone dressed as a merman for £1 million. Are you kidding me? And also I can finally take out all of that violence on Ben I've been harbouring since our childhood.
Buddy, how many times have you told the story of we had one fight and we realized, nah, it's not for us.
Yeah, that's true. But the thing is, for £1 million,
Yeah, right.
for £1 million, I would punch the shit out of him.
Yeah, kick his ass.
I mean, the problem is that, yeah, you have your size in it as an advantage.
But you think he's got the tactical advantage? Ow!
I mean, he did LARP as someone with combat.
We can all
combat knowledge
laugh
for
as
a
someone
while.
with combat experience.
I
Doesn't
don't
mean-
think that translates into combat. I don't. I just simply.
Yeah, but with that, he also learned that when someone jabs him with something really sharp, he actually doesn't complain. He keeps on going. Meanwhile, Tim, I believe, would be like, "Ow!
Hey, why would you? Ow!
Hey! Ow!
Come on, let's talk about this.
No, you would do this. You would do the younger sibling thing so much of like fucking with your
Tell on
older
him.
brother, and as soon as you get hurt, you're like, no, it's not fair.
I mean, it's not fair. I'm not wrong. It's not fair. Ah, okay, there's just one barrel trying to murder me. Okay.
Have a good trip, 47.
Do ourselves. Which one of you whacked the other in the wang with a LARP sword? It was me that cuffed Ben in the gentleman's jewellery with a LARP sword. But that was an accident.
Uh-huh.
It was an accident.
Freud is raising an eyebrow as we speak, spinning in his grave, raising an eyebrow.
Sometimes a guitar is just whacking your brother in the cock with a sword, I believe he said, but in German.
Also, Elfie said, "Chat, I'm officially unemployed and have filed for disability, and I still have absolutely zero answers."
Yeah, the doctor's like, try iron and yoga.
Yeah. Have you tried not being in pain all the time?
Exactly. Ilgaboa, the HEMA club I go to does a charity event once a year where people try and put each other in sacks. That's excellent. You just both have sacks and you try and put the other person in it.
No one is safe in a good horror story.
I suppose it's the sort of like the softened down version of a sacking. So instead of sacking a city, you just try and put each other in sacks.
You sack a person.
Do I say my doctor sent me a link to Kale?
Can you imagine if that's sort of the ways that, you know, villains go to therapy and go to like the turn into a good guy meeting, like they have their own AA meeting, but it's like turn morally good meeting, and it's one of the sessions is that like sacking.
Yeah.
I'm like, instead of destroying a town, have you thought about this?
Hey, every time you want to commit genocide, why not break a stick? You know, give that energy somewhere to go, but you know, not in such a negative place. Am I right? Okay. Right, Mothra, it's your turn. How are you feeling this week?
I do remember there was one, oh god, there was one fanfic, I don't even know which fandom, but I do remember being like, there was a therapy session where the therapist was like, so why do you feel like you need to let your anger out on your right-hand man? And it was essentially, and I was so much waiting that at the end, what's gonna happen is the typical, what happens to when parents bring their kids to a therapist, where like the therapist is on the kid's side, and then the parents chew out the kid on the car, being like, how dare you say that?
Is that what the lesson
is? But what happened was, at the end of the fanfic, actually the villain was like in the car, like very tense and silent. So I was like, how many times did you actually go back to your room with being so annoyed at me that you didn't want to talk to me? Because that was one part, and I'm like, oh buddy, insecure villain.
Did I actually hurt your feelings? I'm having trouble with these. I'm not very good at it, I suppose, is the issue I have.
At life?
Yeah, I mean, stark relief that has been thrown into in the past few weeks. Inkster Danny, let's go sack Ilium together.
Stephen King had been a source of inspiration.
You have to be weirdly holy about it, though it's required. Yeah, the gods like to watch. Here's the sword. Oh, there was a heavy-duty flashlight that I didn't see.
That's what makes them fun.
Oh, heavy duty.
Hefty. Hefty flashlight.
Does that mean the batteries don't last, you know, anywhere near as long?
Yeah.
Why did you seeing hefty flashlight kind of sound like how Kay the snake sings to Mowgli?
I don't know, because I was singing it to Sexy Boy. The Goldfrapp song?
That song about a sexy boy.
There's a song about a sexy boy.
Maybe let's not go there.
What?
Just bring it up, take it up with air.
Yeah, take it up with Goldfrapp.
No, is it?
What? Yeah.
Is that not Goldfrapp?
Is it?
Bow, bow, bow. Yeah, it's off their first album.
Oh.
I'll fight you.
No, you don't. We don't have to fight. It's fine.
No, that's it. Outside now.
Okay. Can we at least do it dressed as mermen? And by it, I mean sex.
Yes, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Not an animal. Now, if I throw this grenade...
Dodge better, shithead.
Yeah, apparently so. There we go. Oh, is Amy... Where's Puppy? How do I share photos in chat? Does anyone want to see Chug's 8-week-old puppy? We do want to see.
A puppy?
Yeah, a puppy that is if I remember rightly, a cross between a Bernese mountain dog and some sort of poodle. Like a Bernie doodle, I believe it is.
Do you remember right? Do you?
Do you, tough guy?
Do you fear a death?
Do you fear death? And does his little eye twitch? What's that fun story about Bill Nye where he's like, I didn't really want to be an actor, but I tried other jobs and they were just too much like hard work, so I thought, oh, I don't love it that much, it's fine, but it's just the easiest way to not have to do a job.
Yeah. What? Why can't I have this gun?
Oh, fuck.
What's wrong with this gun? Why is this gun bridged
It's
too
a
far?
big question. Why is this gun?
Amy says Tim has the pictures on his WhatsApp.
Alright, so I'll do it then. Guess it's up to me. Once again, it's up to Tim.
To save the world?
Tim.
Right, now you're going to get a low quality version of it because this is a capture of a small screen that I have then blown up.
Why would you blow up something?
Because people have to learn.
Uh-oh. There's a manifesto coming, I think.
Tim.
I don't want to... I'd like to distance myself from this.
What, this? You want to distance yourself from this little puppy? You monster.
No, I don't.
Hang on. Here he is. Sitting on his tum-tum. Oh, Aloy. Such a little sploocher.
You.
Well, don't say sploocher.
Is it a little sploocher?
He is a little sploocher, though.
What's wrong with that?
Sounds weird.
Pentel, don't make it coarse.
Well,
don't make it coarse.
Sploocher kind of...
No, that's a sploosher. There's a big difference.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yep. An important...
Yeah.
Huge and important.
In the same way that there's a very small difference in letters, but a very big difference in meaning between the word annually and the word anally. You know, they're quite similar words, but one of them is about the year and one of them is about the year.
But isn't splooching ejaculating?
No, that's splooshing or splooging, not a sploocher.
That's different.
Okay.
Can't believe you've ruined dogs.
And Christmas.
Inkstained Danny, absolutely devastating little dollop of fur. I love puppy. In which cat, possum, poodles are hypoallergenic, so Tim could have one in theory. I'm not allergic to dogs, only cats and horses and apparently goose feathers. And I assume also geese, but I've never really kind of had reason to touch or be near a goose.
You have been to a farm several times.
But not a goose farm or a farm which contained geese. They're not just on every farm.
Oh, guinea pigs is a good idea.
I'm very allergic to guinea pigs.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I'm very allergic to guinea pigs. As we found, again, I didn't know I was, and then we went to a friend's house, had guinea pigs. I was like, why do my eyes itch? Like, oh, turns out I'm allergic to guinea pigs. Ow! I've been hurt.
I remember there was literally like a year ago, there was a thing where like my father finally went to an allergy, like to test out his allergy because he hasn't done that in the past like 5 years, I believe, at that point. And he wanted to see because he had like one, two stuff, like so one, two stuff he needed to see if he was correct about, like he realized that yeah, apparently he's allergic to. Apparently he's allergic to female dog piss. No, they have a different like hormone.
No, I'm sure. It's not that I don't believe you. It's just such a funny sentence. Oh, guys, turns out I'm allergic to female dog piss.
No, but what turned out to be is that on the fucking allergy test, it also turned out he's allergic to apples, which actually turned out to be longer than like a decade thing. Because he just assumed that, because he always ate sour apples, he just assumed that apple works like the pineapple, which is after if you eat a lot, it starts, you know, be acidy and it hurts your mouth.
Oh.
He thought apple does the same thing. He never realized it was allergy.
Brilliant.
He just never brought it up. Father said that's how the world works, surely.
Fuck!
Why are you fighting against? Oh, that's that one.
I'm fighting a big tractor.
No, it's you know when no, pineapples do that because you know the acid that they carry, that like if you eat a lot of pineapples, your mouth starts to feel like,
yeah, it starts to get bad.
Yeah, it starts to get bad. Like my father literally had the same kind of feeling with apples, and then it turned out that oh no, that's allergy. Energy Cat Possum, do you not have that with pineapples? Do you have the opposite of an allergy? Do you have just like
a resistance?
Cat Possum's like, I'll fucking eat a pineapple. I'll never stop. I'll eat a pineapple.
I'll eat one right now.
Yeah. You can't stop me, pineapples.
Yeah, it's the the enzymes start breaking down a protein, and it's the end. Yeah, your body loves pineapples. What if okay, Energy Cat Possum, what if your body is made out of too much protein and your pineapple and the pineapple is actively helping you with the too much protein?
Aren't we all protein?
When you think about it.
Aren't we like deep down? Depends on.
Yeah, let's take a bite.
Don't you think?
Okay, right. Now just me and this guy, and also this guy.
God, I cannot wait for you to get hit by a tractor.
Yeah, it's happening a lot.
I thought Amy's family taught you better about equipment usage.
You've got to be careful around tractors. They did try and teach me that.
Let's try. What do you mean try? What did you do?
Just never learned.
He doesn't have the country ways, Amy. He doesn't understand our ways.
Am I supposed to be doing something different here?
I don't know, but I'm gonna wait until you either win or die.
Win or die, there is no try.
Because Ethan has wrote a message and I don't want to read it out until you're in the safe zone. God, you're just fighting a tractor.
Oh fuck!
Are you gonna die?
Am I doing this wrong? Am I supposed to be shooting this? I'm doing the thing. I'm doing a torch thing. I'm doing a gun thing. They just seem to be kind of infinitely.
You're better than a tractor.
You're just like your father. I'm running over here to where there's one of these.
You can just leave him in here, Bibby. He's okay. Okay.
Is that Erin leaving Monty?
No, it's me trying to give Erin a break.
Ah.
What am I supposed to be doing?
How do you magically know that I'm the guy? Huh? Games are stupid. I hate video games.
Ah, there we go. I had to get him to drive over a flare, of course.
Ethan wrote down, okay, so in this dream, my mom bleached my hair, then we went to M&S to find more bleach, and then I was suddenly in the school where Tim and Ben worked for some reason, then someone attacked the school, Ben disappeared, and Tim got shot in the hand. So we went back to M&S, which had been turned into a makeshift hospital, and I gave Tim a nice little bandage. just
a nice little bandage for my head shooting.
Hand.
Oh, hand. I thought you'd be shot in the head. I was like, okay, bleak.
Can you imagine someone putting like a smiley bandage sticker on your head, being like, there, fixed it.
Hide them brains back in. Lovely stuff.
Oh, that's how the games work. So that's just...
When did your possum and your mother smelt of gasoline?
Also, Amy said, I'm at the stage of chronic illness where I've ordered weird antihistamines off the internet.
Yeah,
oh, Amy, no.
We're going black market.
No.
We tried the white market for 10 years and they did nothing, so. Damn that white market. Damn that turbulent beast. To be fair, the black market thing that we are ordering is just like one of the many supplements that they suggest that you take to help with inflammatory things.
I remember a friend of mine genuinely thought, like, to be fair, when we were kids and we first heard about, black market, the word, because we either hear it from, like, the internet or in movies, everything. And one of my friends said that when he was little, he thought it was called black market because it's just a normal market. It's just for people who are night people and like to have a market set up at night.
Yeah.
I thought that was going somewhere else.
Yeah, I really thought that was going somewhere else. And you know what? Everything's okay. I thought it was a night market, everyone. Everybody calm down.
Yeah, he just thought it was a night market, and those are black markets because night is black, so that's why black market, because it's night.
Marché Noir.
That's really funny. Classic kid logic, isn't it?
Manager Possum. That took a very happy turn. Do it ourselves. A GP and Instagram told me to do it. Oh, there's a beautiful cutscene. We drove away in a truck.
Ethan, you bitch.
Ethan, oh Tim, you could have opened that gate and escaped the bulldozer the entire time without fighting, but it's more fun to watch you suffer. I hit the button and nothing happened. I went up to the button and I hit it and nothing happened. The Coal Mine Museum.
Love you, Ethan.
Ethan? Go fuck yourself. Thank you for all your help so far, and also go fuck yourself. And also, you know what? I worked out. I made a ghost tractor drive over a flare, which worked. So I used my brain.
I do get the way too much paranoia for any special gummies. Like that's why some friends of mine never want to try out any kind of drugs, because like they are very much like even in a control setting they are very, very worried what might happen to them, so they are
That's why I haven't taken as many drugs as I would have liked, because I'm like, this does seem like fun, but what if it goes wrong? What if you take a pill?
Substance from a stranger?
Well, that's the thing. Like, if I could go to a pharmacist and go like, MDMA, please, and they could sell it to me, and I just have some, in the same way that I can buy whiskey and drink some of it, and then go, that's enough whiskey for me for a bit. It'd be lovely. But the fact that you'd have to buy it from some guy who's like, this was made somewhere in the Netherlands by someone.
For me, it's even a little bit more dangerous because I can't smell weed. I literally am not. I don't have the ability to smell weed, which
just
is why
weed specifically.
No, genuinely, I don't have the capability to smell marijuana. I do not know what the smell is. Whenever I try to like smell, like genuinely like try and smell what it is, the best I can smell is a plant. Like it's a very faint plant.
This just sounds like Bill Clinton trying to get out of a pickle in the 90s.
Yeah,
I can't
like
smell
No. Genuinely, it causes a problem because the problem is, you know, when in parties, when people hand you like a cigarette, if you ask for a cigarette, I haven't done that in the past 4 years because I have no fucking clue if it has marijuana in it or not, and they don't tell you in parties.
I have a perfect solution. When they pass it, you say, "Excuse me, young man, is this a jazz cigarette?" And then they'll think you're really cool. And
this is marijuana.
Does this cigarette contain Mary Jane?
Every time I make sure that like every time I have my own, because I don't want them to like see that. No, the reason why I don't want to take yours because I'm not sure if you have marijuana and I can't smell it.
And then you suck down on a tube of safe tobacco. Wake up, Pentol.
I didn't say safe. I'm fully aware I'm killing myself with it. I don't want to live over 70.
No, that'd be awful.
No,
Can
not
you
too
imagine?
long. Don't want to go silly with it.
Yeah, you don't want to see when the floods rise.
I've definitely told this story before, but I was at a bus stop in Croydon. I repeat them constantly. I was at a bus stop in Croydon, and this guy was smoking what I assumed was a spliff.
Mary Jane! Sorry.
A little Mary Jane jazz cigarette.
A little tube of Mary J. Blige.
He was like, "Do you want some?" And I said, "No, thank you." And he's like, "No, it's okay. It's crack."
Yeah, it's not tobacco. I don't think
it's not tobacco or marijuana. It's fine.
It's crack.
This
is crack cocaine.
I'm like, oh no.
This is the one that makes your teeth fall out real quick. This is the one that they do a before and after photo, and you say, "Was that 15 years?" And they go, "No, 3 months." And you go, "Oh, right, cool drug." I says, "No, Tim, that's meth." I thought smoking crack did that to you as well. I thought smoking crack made you...
I don't know. It's a bad idea.
It's a bad idea. Andrew Catherine, I want to read that in this voice. No, Tim, that's meth. Idiot, you nerd.
Bet you've never even smoked meth.
This little virgin's never smoked meth. Ha ha ha, point.
What a nerd.
I'm saving myself for crack cocaine.
Poison target. I can do that.
I mean, to be fair, there was 2 parties where like friends got invited me, and I quickly realized the situation of, well, I'm gonna be one of the people who drinks the least amount because I just stepped into a room and I saw 3 people smoking a white strip up from a table, and I realized and I know for a fact they've also drank a lot, and I know I'm gonna end up with one of them in the bathroom holding them.
It was Tipex.
Delicious Tipex. You know what? It'd probably get you high, but it would also probably ruin your day. Just snort up Tipex.
It was just some fucking table salt. They needed that edge.
Yeah, it was just sodium. Just classic sodium, guys. Actually, probably not
wood glue.
Not pure sodium, because I believe that would explode on contact with the moisture of your nose. But
I think it would do. Yeah, that would be a bad idea. Yeah,
guys, I'm just smoking some Frankium. Do you want to? Do I say? Speaking of addictive substances, I'm trying to give up sugar to help my POTS, and it's hell. Yeah, Amy's given up like sugar and beta blockers all in one day, and it's a tricky time to be Amy Dickinson. But her motives are pure. Did you just compare the love of my life to Richard Nixon?
To Nixon?
To Richard M. Nixon? To Richard Milhouse Nixon?
The first time I met Amy, she put 2 arms up in the air, held up 2 fingers on each hand, and said, "I'm not a crook."
Yeah, she did do that. To be fair, she did do that. Amy, I had to give up the sugar because I stopped the beta blocker. It's fair. They are linked.
God, I remember there was a friend of mine who...
Rickson M. Richard. Thank you, Many Job Possum.
There was a friend of mine who, you know what?
You've never had a friend you like. Sorry, go on.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in
the building.
The line was quiet.
I think you're about to lose one, Tim.
Pentel's my friend. Oh.
Not for long.
Not for long.
Is your girlfriend secretly Nixon 10 ways to tell, says Hendrich Cat Possum.
Has she been dead for 20 years?
Anyway, what I wanted to say was,
from
I
one
had
of
a friend of mine.
Tim? Sorry. I'm being a dick. Go ahead.
You know, it would be so easy for me to just sneak up behind you in LARP and just trip you the fuck over every time and be like, "Oh, sorry."
I'm gonna be in the plot crew this year, so I'd get you ejected from Anvil for that sort of behaviour.
Oh, you're also gonna be in the NPC crew?
I am, because I get my ticket for free, my friend. Ticket and camping pitch for free.
Oh. What, did Ben tell you about I'm doing this, and you were like, you know what, that sounds like a good idea?
Yeah, basically. And also it seems fun because it means I have to make fewer decisions about what to do, because they're like, go do this plot, and I'm like, oh good, a roll, rather than having to wander around and work out what the hell I'm supposed to do.
So your character also died in the
No,
hour?
We don't know what's happened to Monomachos of the Lighthouse of Nicephorus. He is not being killed.
So, no, the thing is, you're the most likely to survive because you were in the basement of a lighthouse while being an astronomancer.
Yeah, I didn't get to choose my room. It's tricky.
Everyone else fucking died, and you survived because you were a basement
I just walked out of the rubble and went, what was that noise? What's going on? In 1970, blah, 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 blah.
Amy, added sugar, but mainly because I don't have the brain power to do more, and add in the folic acid and anti-inflammatory foods at the same time.
That's why we had salmon, asparagus, and broccoli for dinner. It was pretty good. Teriyaki salmon, lovely.
That was good.
Oh, cutscene.
No, Firefly. I'm not going to a live show. I'm talking about the LARP that Tim and me are going to. LARP show.
The noon sun into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me.
And I dealt with it with kicking.
I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
God, he has the most petulant man. I will say hello to Lou.
Big whiny baby Wake.
Yeah.
Where the hell are you?
It's gonna be hard not to say hi to Lou. Are we talking about the same Lou? Actually, yes, we are. Right?
Yeah.
Dr. Lou Sutcliffe.
Yeah.
Just full name dropping.
Their full address: 123 Swat Street.
I want to talk to Alice.
Danny says, I was told that British people don't have white asparagus. Is this true? Or have I been fed misinformation?
I wasn't aware the white asparagus was a thing. So confirmed as far as Tim is.
I don't
green
know. I
green
mean,
asparagus
I
is
knew
the
it
only
was a thing.
asparagus I know.
I knew it was a thing, but I don't think I've ever had it. You have it in Hungary, yeah?
Like white asparagus is like available until I think it's actually until the end of June because it's the same. It's the same like period as normal asparagus, so like April until June. That's when I see it in the stores.
Ow.
Do you guys not have asparagus?
We
White
have.
asparagus?
Yeah. No, we did.
Not white.
I've never seen it in a shop. I suppose
Don't
it's
think
just
I've
not
seen it.
popular enough here for them to bother importing it. I don't know.
Maybe.
It's in the same way that. Oh, I thought I had an example, and my brain is emptied. That I was trying to think. I swear there's a thing where in some countries it's just like here is the thing, and then in other countries like here are the 12 varieties. How
Like
in
that's-
Brazil there's like 7 or 8 different bananas you can buy, and
Yeah.
in England it's banana. Would you like banana? We have one
Just
banana.
yeah.
We
I
have the
did love
banana
when-
type.
I did love when whenever people start to make kimchi, some of
They're
the ingredients.
people are always constantly around me starting to make kimchi. It's like irritating.
No. The recipe always calls for pearls. Not pearls. What is the fucking thing called? I genuinely forgot what is the thing called in English. Brain is not doing well. Pear. Yes. The ingredient sometimes calls for a pear. And Asian pears are not the same as the
Very different.
fucking European pears. They are very different. They are not as sweet, which is why people are like, well, we got the same like kind of weight amount, but the kimchi doesn't taste the same. It's because the
This
Asian
kimchi
pear,
is horrifying.
because the Asian
Why have I
pear
got
is
dessert
bigger,
kimchi?
but- yeah, because the Asian pear is bigger but more watery and less sweet.
Which I discovered as well because I was like, oh, Asian pears, I'll have one. I'll have an Asian pear, I shouted at the confused shopkeep. And
Shopkeep?
Shopkeep, one Asian pear. And then you bite into it and you're like, why is this awful? Why is this awful?
What's this terrible
What's
pear?
this terrible pear? It's because they're not for eating like that. Or like one of them flat peaches that I always look at and think this must be amazing, and they're not. Unless I'm
Fleech.
just having them wrong. Yeah, Feech. Bonza Gem, limes come with everything in Brazil, or is it limes come with everything, or everything comes with limes? You're just
Yeah,
saying
'cause
that like, you buy a torch and there's just a lime, just one free
A
lime,
lime
in
with
the
it.
box.
Yeah. Or is it you buy a lime and you get everything that's ever existed, every concept?
Yeah, which of
every
these
object?
2 options is the real
Yeah.
thing? It's one of
Probably-
those.
It's probably my one.
Fun
right?
fact: because I looked up different plants and herb types for a campaign, a exalted role-playing campaign where I'm basically playing a herbal plant-obsessed medical person who is set on curing every disease in the world.
Yeah.
Great ambitions. I made
So
an
achievable.
entire list. Yeah, I made an entire list of plants and everything, and I discovered there is an asparagus, the Shotavari asparagus, where it's literally been used to treat PCOS, for example. And it genuinely, and it turned out that's one of the few ones where they confirmed that it genuinely helps against PCOS.
What's PCOS?
Buddy.
PCOS or PTOS?
No, PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome.
Okay, I've never heard it as an acronym. I've just heard it as polycystatic ovaries. I've never heard it as...
Not polycystic, buddy.
Polycystic,
Polycystic?
I don't fucking know. This doesn't come up for me a lot, weirdly.
That's because you're not a feminist, Tim.
It's true. I mispronounce cystic because I'm not a feminist.
I am just on this one. PCOS.
PCOS. Picos. Fine.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Amy Dickinson. I died for this point, and well, Jesus died for our sins, so the least you can do is die to save me from being accused of being not feminist enough. It's political correctness gone Picos. Did I use it right?
Why do you call it Picos in your household?
I don't know. I think it might be a UK thing.
We do that a lot in English. Of like, if I have to say 4 letters, I'm turning it into a word. I don't care what it is.
I mean, to
I'm
be
not
fair,
going to say
that's
4 letters.
Yeah, the same way it's POTS, not PTOS. POTS rather.
That's a lot. That happens a lot in Hungary with many of the like English things as well. Like even with games, I think one of the ones that people made fun of for a while for us was when the first time when CS:GO tournaments happened a lot, the Counter-Strike tournaments, and it turned out that some Hungarians got it and they kept calling it Chego because that's how we call it. Because C and S combined for us is another letter, Che. So we just call it Chego. And people were like, what the fuck is that?
What are you talking about? And you know what? This is the worst thing Hungary's ever done, they said. And silence from the Hungarian call.
Huzzah, they said. You want to correct me?
Hey?
You want to correct me on that?
Hey?
Hurrah, not huzzah.
Nah.
When the hussars, Hungarian cavalry.
Hurrah.
Right?
Actually, yeah. Oh my god, you're actually doing okay.
Okay, alright. I'll allow it.
Do you know when?
Past.
Do you know when they were a Hungarian
In the
cavalry?
past?
In the
Before
past, probably?
now?
Yeah, probably in the past, you'd say.
I'm going to say 11th to 14th century.
You were just short on it. It's between the 15th and 16th century.
Oh, you were thinking that, though.
So close.
I could tell you were thinking that.
I believe they even lasted for until the 18th century, but they were a bit more mixed up with other European armies as well.
Gotcha.
How you doing?
And in the 19th century, they kind of came back with their own jacket types, but they were most famous in the 15th and 16th century when we fought against the Turks.
Oh.
Sorry, everyone. Amy's arrived wearing gigantic compression tights, so I'll need a moment. Pentel, you'd be loving this. I mean, they could go further up the left.
No, the thing is, I do see the sides. You do know I do see Amy
Oh, yeah,
a little
you can
bit
see
because she...
Pentel can see thigh.
They can't go that much higher. I think this is probably just how much they're meant to be compressing.
Yeah, because if they're just sort of a general compressive help. Are they comfy?
Yeah. The problem is, as with all things, they give you a size, and I probably could do with more compression around my ankles and calves.
Yeah.
But they're tight enough on the thigh because I'm a squatter. So.
She's a squatter.
But they feel very loose on the ankle.
You want very narrow ankles as well.
I have got very narrow ankles.
She's got such narrow ankles, everyone.
I'm not gonna burden with Tim with and Amy with jokes because you literally
so
just
tired.
saying you just saying she's a squatter and I'm like nope ain't gonna make a joke.
Squatter.
Yeah. No, I know. She likes squatting. On what? I will never tell.
I'll never tell.
No.
Land that she has no right to.
I'm a square, Karen. I thought Amy said I'm a square.
Oh, stop looking at me. For fuck's sake. Why is everyone so curious about me walking around with explosives? Alright.
I'm also square, Amy says.
Have we not all from time to time walked around with explosives?
Just let me walk around with explosives.
Do you want to tell something to the authorities, Tim?
No, very specifically the opposite. I want them to leave me alone.
I want to leave you alone.
I think I should just run. Okay, I think what I should do is not worry about that and just run. Is what I should do.
But what if you don't run and become friends?
Become friends with them.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about that?
Nah, you know. To be fair,
I am hitting men without you, Versmore. That's true. I'm hitting men.
Ow! I thought that deserved more.
If Sam was hitting on men, I would join in, but he's just hitting men.
Just hitting
guys. He's just smashing boys. Is that right?
Smashing
Okay.
boys.
Lots of death. Okay. Right. Okay. So I might need to destroy the big boys.
Yeah, just the giant shadow walking with the sledgehammer, or like, hey guys.
Hey guys. Right. Let's get rid of you.
Shit.
Okay.
Heart rate does seem to have already gone down a little bit. That's good. That's good.
Good.
Just don't let it go down too much, because then that's another problem.
Well, that's the thing we had, because
has to do with.
the beta blockers were causing these heart drops. So they were keeping Amy's heart rate down, but then they were keeping Amy's heart rate like down at like 40 for an hour.
Whoa.
No.
So they did what they were supposed to do. No, not enough heart rate, we said.
So Danny says, "Hey Tim, it's Pride Month. You know what that means?"
The gays are on the prowl? I don't know.
It's illegal to be straight.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I'm fine with that. I've been campaigning for that to be outlawed for years, literally years. Oh, only like 5 minutes. I thought it was doing it for like a big chunk of time. It's only 5 minutes. Well, still bad. Sorry. I misunderstood the chart I was shown.
We
Silence
have a
bracket.
personalised song from
Oh, do we now?
Ethan
Let me get through this section, which I'm doing a bit. I didn't realise I could approach it as methodically as I can. I thought I was more behind that little edge than I was.
Tim,
Yes.
would I be an asshole?
Yes. But go on.
Yes.
Okay, you answered my question. All right.
Firefly, the gays are on the go on. What's your question, young Pentol?
Would I be an asshole if I left the call to play a game with friends?
No, this is a totally optional thing. I said I was streaming. You were like,
I know,
do you
but
mind if
you
I join
were the-
in? And that's fine. And
Yes,
now you're
but-
done.
Yes, but usually my morality is the first who I ask to and answers back if it's okay or not, I stick with them, no matter if there is a second option that comes along.
No, that's fine. You've been with us for 2 hours. Have a change of pace.
No, it's not 2.5 hours because I joined in half an hour after you started the stream.
You bastard. No, it's also fine. No.
You've betrayed us.
You
Ethan,
fuck
get
pig.
out while you can.
Yeah.
Fuck pig?
Yeah, you fuck pig. Bye, Pentor. Lovely to have you.
What do you mean, fuck pig?
Look, I just
Fucking
call
hell.
some of my closest friends. I call, hey, Sam, you fuck
Hey.
pig. You see?
Thanks, Tim. You're a fuck pig
You
too.
just called me
Thanks, buddy.
fat?
No, that's not what fuck pig means. You need a Google. You need a Google fuck pig.
You need to go to fuckpig.com.
I don't... What do
You need to go to fuckpig.gov and find out what it's all about. Oh dear. No,
what are
absolutely.
you talking about?
Not honestly, mostly nothing. Karen, I don't think anyone needs to go there.
What are you doing with your
Look,
life?
It's Pride Month, and I support fuck pigs. Have I done it right, Sam? Is this correct?
Yeah, that's it.
Thank
got
you.
it. Nailed
I
it.
feel like you just committed a hate crime.
Yeah, but the thing's no one's sure, and that's the key to my success. My deeply mild. Right, so I think because we're about to go into a song, Pentol, if you leave us here, and we will combine into the song, maybe a little farewell that you can just watch on stream.
I'll see you all on Sunday. I'm sorry for leaving you and
Absolutely
being a bad
fine.
friend.
Terrible friend, worst friend ever. I'm taking her out of the book. Fine. See you Sunday.
Bye.
Bye. Major Possum. Tim likes cops. Cancel this man. Right. A personalised song for Ethan the Alien. What if a song about Alan Wake? Okay. Imagine, if you will, a little baby man who hasn't ever made a good or cogent plan. He'll stumble into a room and scream something vaguely offensive. Why does everyone leave him? Why does he look so pensive? Where is my wife? He calls so loud. Where is my wife? He bawls like a child. He has a friend whose name I can't remember, but he wears a coat so puffy, a Hawaiian shirt, and a voice like a twerp, screaming the plot, but I'm not listening. Where is my wife? He cries so petulantly. I've been told that puffy man is Barry. Thank you, Ethan, you're the only one that carries all the plot inside your mind, and it's fine that therefore I'm not reading in the cutscenes. Where is Alan's wife? Have you considered? I got there in the end. The fact that maybe she's just left you because you're a little baby man, a petulant, whiny baby man with little bald fists and a little face. Ooh. Alan, get your shit together or you'll be trapped here forever, fighting against vibrating pipes that fly at you out of the night, because apparently you wrote a book about floating objects. Thank you, everyone. I don't know if you could tell there, Sam, but I lost count in the middle and was like, yeah, I bet the chorus is starting now. Hadn't started.
Yeah.
Simply hadn't started. We got there.
We got there.
I do quite like the chorus, though. Where is my wife?
Little baby Alan Wake.
Little baby Alan Wake. Give him his little baby Alan cake. As you cat possum, you've described all male writers. It's quite right, Ethan. Honeybee Charm, excuse me, I said Barry also. Apologies, I saw it mentioned and I just said the first name I saw. That wasn't supposed to be Ethan Supremacy. New game just dropped. Ethan Supremacy. Oops.
Splinter Cell 11. The Ethan Supremacy.
Ow.
Why? Why? Why?
I wish he'd reload faster. I also wish I had a melee attack. Out of ammo,
Useful,
eh?
Out of ammo, eh?
Gonna have to use a flashbang on one guy.
Are you enjoying Alan Wake so far?
I am. I just think some of the mechanics are very old.
Yeah.
And I'm not good at anno conservation at all.
No. It's a very specific skill.
And then in games where I don't need to save things, my inventory is full of things I've saved. I don't know. Ethan Framey, here's that meme. Where is my fit? Oh god, yeah, they're all just the same guy. Enrich Capitalism thought of the morning soup the other day because I was having homemade gazpacho for breakfast. It was so good. Oh, Sam, at some point I need to have you over here.
Yeah.
Just for some sex.
Gazpacho.
No, for gazpacho and sex. No, for a stream, so
Yeah.
that we can get. God, these guys. I'm gonna go for an explosion. Okay. So we can get Martin and Leah on a call.
Yep.
They will give us the prompt for their song from the fundraiser, and we will write and record it on stream, and whatever we get at the end is what we've got.
Great.
And then we also need to do a cooking stream with Helen, which will absolutely be happening. Oh, just in a second, just in a moment.
Any minute now.
Any minute now. So we need to work out which weekend that will be. I mean, it could be this weekend, if you're free. But obviously it will require you being over
Erin's
here.
away this weekend.
Well, probably
this
not
Sunday.
then, because I don't think
So it
Monty
won't be
would
this one.
be calm and chill. And it won't be next
No.
weekend because I will be at LARP.
LARP.
Which means there also will be a stream next
but
weekend.
we will make it work, because that sounds like a good idea. Amy says Sam, Martin and Perry in my house. No, I think Martin and Perry were going to be on the call, right?
I mean, Martin and Perry are welcome to come over and then just hang out with you in the living room whilst Sam and I make the music. In fact, that might be quite nice for everyone. Bendy tree, eh?
Bendy tree?
Bendy tree? Helen did do a cooking stream. But I need to do a cooking stream where I invite Helen on. But Helen will be remote. I don't know how the cooking stream with Helen will work, because we'll be in 2 separate locations. Unless you just both cook. Hard to say.
Dinner time with Helen and Tim. It's hard to say. Tim and Helen might work better.
And my name's first, which is always,
There was no way the
It's
flashbang
going
grenades
to be
were
okay.
Standard Power Company equipment.
Nothing's gonna
Do I have
happen. It's
an
gonna
epic
be
sniper?
okay. I know, Bonsai Gem. Oh, I stepped in a bear trap. I forgot bear traps are a thing. And now they're a thing again all of a sudden after not being a thing for a while. And I stepped into one. And I didn't like it. And I'd like it to stop. Thank you. Message from Tim. Bonsai Gem, Gould and Meredith. Attorneys at law. But in that one, it would be Meredith and Gould. Not because it should be my name first, but you should put the longer, like Morecambe and Wise.
Wise and Morecambe just doesn't
work.
Just doesn't sit, does it?
Doesn't work.
I've thought about Eric Morecambe today. Why did I think about Eric Morecambe?
Because you were thinking about back when comedy wasn't afraid.
Why? I don't know. I can't remember why Eric Morecambe stuff.
Did
just
you
popped
waggle
into my
your
head.
glasses in the Eric Morecambe style? You're a glasses wearer. It's a classic thing to do if you have glasses. Waggle them. Give me a good waggling.
I do waggle my glasses. How much? Many Jawed Possum, which is a marvelous name, says how much longer is stream?
I'm going probably no longer than about half an hour, 45 minutes, because I have a. Sam, would you like to know my shift tomorrow?
I bet it starts at 6 and ends at 9 p.m.
So
Ends at
you've
6 a.m.
undermined
to 9 p.m.
by saying a ridiculously long shift. You've undermined my answer. So
Good.
maybe I just won't talk to you ever again. Yeah?
Great, perfect. We're just
Good.
going to sit here in silence.
Yeah.
Great.
Because of what you did.
Wonderful. No, this is good. This is what I wanted.
8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Woof.
Woof, indeed.
It's too
Now,
many.
I have had a lovely week of like starting at 8 and finishing at 4 to balance it out. So it's all worked out. But this short shift earlier in the week feels great at the time, but then that's in the past, and you've got the long shift.
Yeah. So you had your short shift, and now you're getting short shrift.
Yes.
Nice.
Amy said, genuinely ridiculous. The thing that they said helps pots is actually helping my pots. My mother bullied me into buying compression socks that are thigh high, and annoyingly they help. It's really annoying when something is helpful, but like somebody else suggesting, you're like, shut up.
Yeah, but shut up.
Shut up. Especially when they're wrong about so much other stuff, and then they're right about one thing, and you're like, don't make this. This doesn't mean. Shut up.
You're not. You haven't fixed everything, right? I'm gonna mind if I do this.
What are you playing? Hitman.
Hitman.
Manager Possum. Me when increasing salt intake makes me less dizzy. Okay, so first, this is transphobic. And you know what? It's one of the few times they're like, hey, you know that thing that people really like and want to eat, but is bad for you? No, eat that. Definitely have that.
Yep.
Have more of that, in fact.
Oh shit, have I got a syringe?
Terrifying sentence. Trust no one in the dark. Which is also what they say when you go to the orgy.
Trust no one in the dark.
Other than nice Barry. What about a flashbang?
Shit, didn't want to do that. Fuck.
Why did that not get you? I flashbanged you right in the dick. Why, Sam? Why? Why do they hate me?
Games. Video games. I do have a syringe.
Do you, or do you seem to be going really backwards and forwards on this syringe issue?
Well, here's the thing.
Everybody shut
Here's
up.
the thing
Everyone
about
listen.
syringes.
Sam's got something to say.
I've got something to say. I forgot that if you're standing on a ledge in Hitman, and you open up your inventory, it only shows you things that you can use whilst on a ledge. So when I opened up my inventory and I was on a ledge, I didn't see my syringe.
What do you mean you can't use a syringe on a ledge?
I know, right? What is this game's basically unplayable.
You can use a handgun, but not a syringe. Are you mad? Is it because you need to take? Is it preloaded, or is it because you need to draw something from a bottle?
No, it's preloaded. You're just walking around with like deadly poisons in your pocket.
Just loose.
Just loose
poison.
And
ready to go.
Yeah. Turn around, fucker, so I can stab you.
I thought you'd never ask.
Shit.
I don't like those noises they make. Uh-oh.
Where's he going?
I'm running, actually.
Oh, piss. No, you don't. You don't turn around. You stay there. You don't turn around. Go and sit back down.
Everything's fine. Oh, I didn't need to waste all of that ammo. I was just about to hit a checkpoint. What a waste. Bendy trees.
The dark presence was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going.
Bendy trees. What's bendy? What bendy? What the
so
bendy trees?
Because there's a big monster rumbling around, trees keep on just going like whoop to kind of indicate there's a big boy here.
Going for Alice?
Bendy trees. Glacy Bob, I like to pretend that Sam is talking to the spooks in the game. The spooky dookums. What? What? What did you just say, mate?
Now I need to get some.
Ah!
You trying to attract a cat? Or are you upset about something?
I'm trying to attract a cat whilst upset about something. This guy needs to stop it. Is there a way to draw him out?
And which cat possum is back from potato cooking? How did your potato cooking go? Did you cook good potatoes?
Good potatoes? Great potatoes? That guy was a dick.
Ethan says, there is a fact that has dropped.
We've got law. Pausing for law. Law.
Fun fact number 6. I can't confirm this one because I didn't pirate the game, but apparently if you do pirate the game, then Alan Wake's character model will have an eye patch with a skull and crossbones on, and the hints and tips throughout the game will be encouraging you to buy the game. So that's quite funny.
I do like it when they're like, we're not just going to make the game not function, because you could probably crack that or break that or do something to that. Just like, hey, you can play the game, but we're just going to constantly remind you, like, hey, could you, hey, could you pay us? Oh, come on,
Come on, we worked really hard on this.
Well, really hard. Barry didn't see his kids for ages. Don't you shift at me, you trundle fuck. Trundle fuck. He was a trundle fuck. First he trundled on this, then he trundled on that. Ah! I thought I had more time, but I didn't. I didn't have more time. I had less time.
It's actually fewer.
I had fewer time meds.
Oh. That's so annoying.
What's so annoying, Sam? What's so annoying?
In the mission in the Dartmoor mission in Hitman, there's a garden shed and somebody set up equipment to
do
make poison.
Yes, I remember that.
Make poison. Yeah. And
it's actually
not there
and poison.
Do and poison. Yeah. But it's not there in the freelancer missions.
Ah.
I was going there to make some poison, but I can't.
I wanted to make poison for a friend. Amy hasn't done her stretch exercises today. Should I do them or will I die? Well, can you do them laid completely flat on the floor? Because if you can, I'd say give them a go and see how you feel, especially if you've got little compressies. Oh, mate, you got them little compressies on you.
Oh, I got a little compressy in there. Oh,
well,
mate.
fair go.
Oh, I could poison him. I just need some fucking poison.
Yeah.
I mean,
we hold these truths to be self-evident. I could poison you if I had some poison.
If I only had poison, I could poison.
If I only had poison, I could poison you.
Your stream has been flagged for banging on about poison.
Mate, chill out about poison. Chill
Under
out
Twitch's
about the
new
Zun.
banging on about guidelines.
It's you can't bang on about poison or weirdly Belgium. Those are the two things that I just really want to crack down on. Yes, we get it. You're objects that shouldn't be doing the things that you're doing. It's very spooky. Very impressed.
Everyone's scared. Everyone's terrified.
Except if you stand behind a pillar, much of their power is gone. Now, obviously, there's the issue of making sure you're behind the pillar when it all goes off. But,
Sure.
and also, if you're behind the pillar and then there's another one and it's on the other side of the pillar, and then they try and clamp you together, that's not fun. That's no fun for anyone. That's not fun for all the family.
Family fun. Pillar. Come see the pillar.
Stand
Talk
behind
about
the
the
pillar.
pillar.
Hold the pillar. See the materials that make up the pillar.
Oh, pillar.
Imagine it was a different pillar, but it's not.
It's the same pillar. Pillar.
This pillar was around at times when interesting things were happening. It wasn't involved in them, but it was around when they were.
Because it's just a pillar, you understand.
This pillar couldn't take part in the Napoleonic Wars because it's a pillar in Cheswick.
Family tickets available.
Pillar tickets advised. Caution, family tickets do not cover entry to pillar.
That would be a fucking nightmare.
Well, you go to Pillar Park, but you've got to get a separate pillar ticket.
Yeah, you get.
You've got to get the gold pillar pass for entry and lunch at the pillar and lunch of the pillar. If you give us 20 quid, you could eat the pillar. Is what we're saying.
You can get on the with the normal ticket. You can get on the monorail, but you can't.
The monorail goes past the pillar, but it won't stop unless you've got the right ticket.
The windows, the little shutters come down, so you can't look at the pillar as you go.
What we're saying is, if you buy the cheap ticket, the monorail can't stop. It's out of control. Like, it's dangerous.
It's
and
bad.
we don't know. We don't know what's going on with this pillar, guys. Like,
New
seriously.
unstoppable monorail. It's a problem.
We call it the Unstopperail because it's broken, but we've rebranded. Enrich Catposm, how much to kick the pillar? 6 pillar bucks.
Yeah.
1 pillar buck is 100 English bucks.
Yeah, and they're only available. You can only win pillar bucks in the arcade, in the pillar arcade.
And let me just tell you, that pillar arcade exorbitantly priced.
And rigged, heavily rigged.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even think I'd have to mention that it was rigged. I thought it was sort of implied. I really do. English Catposm, the pillar equals British Empire. I often really enjoy watching those videos of people who've worked out carnival games and just go to carnivals and win everything because they've learnt whatever trick or skill or particular thing it is that the game is rigged to. I just find it deeply satisfying because I've never won any of those games ever because they're not designed to be won.
I think I learned at quite a young age that it just wasn't for me.
When it's like, just chuck a circle on a cone, and you're like, well, surely this is easy, and you're like, yeah. So what do you think? Do you think they are in the habit of giving away iPads, or do you think maybe this is rigged? Because that iPad looks pretty old. Like that's a 3rd generation iPad that man has on a sucker.
There's a lot of dust on that iPad.
It's a dusty pad. Same Penguins. I won skee ball once at an amusement park. Excellent.
Nice.
Pezicare, Silver, my new housemate, unsure if yet going to be a full-blown fart cat. Will keep chat updated. Oh, what is it when is it when cats are grey or silver? What's that called? There's a specific
blue.
Blue. They're called blue. Love blue cats. Bendy tree, Sam. Another bendy tree.
Bendy tree gonna get you.
Either that or the tree just fell over and screamed all the way down. Like, that's also possible.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with any monster. It's just a tree going, ah!
Oh, fuck! This fucking hurts so bad! Oh,
fuck me! Oh, fuck!
Oh, fuck! Get me an ibuprofen. But tree ibuprofen.
Treebuprofen.
Get me treebuprofen. It's in the chemist. Keep looking.
It's behind the eye. You sometimes have to ask behind the counter. It's not prescription, but sometimes they give me behind the counter.
I don't care if you've got anxiety. I need my treebuprofen.
Oh, need my briefy. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
I want to hear the spelling errors and insults. Like, who are you, you comft? Open the chest. Flagon. Yes. I feel much more well equipped now. I've got guns. I've got. Okay, anyway, has Tim died yet? Yeah. Time to time.
Every now and then.
Ethan, Alan Wake American Nightmare. How is that worth playing? What is Karen talking about? Some bits I'm not sure if they're so bad they're good or just bad. Edward Cat Possum. Tim has died in real life and is now a vampire Tim. Ethan has replied, how invested are you in the story? I think you know the answer to that question. I find the story amusing.
Yeah. Anyone going to notice this corpse with a hatchet sticking out the back of his head?
Surely not.
Anyone going to notice that? Nah. It's probably fine. There we go. They noticed. It took them long enough.
Okay. Are you waiting for me to run? Is that it? Is it running time? Yeah, oh yeah, that's running time. That's conjuring time. Okay. That's the loop of this. I'm not sure he's supposed to be right above me.
You're getting dunked on by a supernatural entity.
Amy says, oh, that wasn't terrible. Did you do your exercises? Is Amy a vampire? That would explain a lot. Your lack of iron? Your pale complexion?
Yeah.
The fact that you're
I
not a
have
morning
seen
person?
Amy in the sun. But she didn't seem very happy about it, so
No.
maybe...
Much like a vampire. Oh, I'm listening to a book at the moment, which I'm enjoying.
Yeah.
I did some I Do Glow in the Sun, called The Devils.
The Devils.
The Devils. The new book by Joe Abercrombie, who did a very good series called The Third Law, which I can thoroughly recommend, and I'm sure I've talked about before. And it's kind of a new series, and it's sort of set in an alternative, 17th century Europe.
Sure.
And it's mostly about the ructions between the child pope and the Eastern Patriarch. And there's sort of like what's the ragtag bunch of people doing things in World War II that gets recycled into loads of different bits of media? Magnificent Seven, something like that.
Thingies. Derek's 12.
Derek's
George's
12.
9.
George's prime numbers.
Yeah.
But basically it's people condemned by this version of the Catholic Church. So like
Dirty Dozen.
Dirty Dozen. It's like Dirty Dozen, except they work for the Pope, and the Pope's a magic child. It's good. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. The more details I heard, the more you sold it, honestly. I was like, okay, child Pope, that's interesting. Okay, got a ragtag band of mercenaries,
Misfits.
interesting.
Hey,
Magic
guys,
child Pope.
Let's just say there might be elements of found family, but then from some of them, found banging. That's right. That's right.
Bang.
Some of these ragtag misfits want to kiss, and some of them might be gay. That's right. It's gay media. Get involved. Ethan Allen putting his hand to his head while holding a massive gun. He does do that a lot. He's like, oh gosh, where's
I love that. I love that when the mocap doesn't quite match up with the.
I wonder what's going on over here. I heard gay. Enric Catpossum, then of course Amy would share the dark gift with Tim. I mean, the cool vampire powers like Anne Rice or What We Do in the Shadows time. What if Amy bit me and I got postural tachycardia? That'd be bad. I don't want that dark gift.
Yeah, if Amy got turned into a vampire, would she still have POTS?
That would be the worst. If you had eternal life,
immortal,
and all these powers, but you still got head rush and ran out of energy at 3, and felt dizzy and sick.
That would be pretty terrible. Like in what was it called? What was that thing? True Blood,
Yes.
where the young woman got turned into a vampire and her hymen grew back every time because she was a virgin when she got turned. So yeah, so that.
And also probably more, because I understand for a lot of people, it's not that big a deal.
No, but it was a
And often breaks when you you'll step over a particularly wide bridge when you're 15 and go, oh.
Okay.
Particularly wide bridge. Don't step over particularly wide bridges. People understand what I mean. Instant Danny, the fact that my local cardinal got to vote for the Pope in spring just hit me like a truck. That guy got to vote from the Pope. He can barely keep himself from admitting to dark stuff I won't mention by name. Jesus Christ. Lily Rose, oh, that's the Interview with the Vampire guy because Claudia was a tiny child. Yes, that's the Interview with the Vampire, not True Blood. Ethan Alien, be like Bella Swan and drink blood from a sippy cup. Ghost Rocks.
We were going to finish at 10, weren't we?
Thereabouts. Yeah. Do you need to finish soon?
Yeah. No, well, just at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Suit. Yeah. I mean, also, you can carry on. You're a big boy. You can do it.
I got an early start. Probably a good idea for me to finish off not too long from now.
What's the start of this story? That
and it was that Interview with the Vampire, not True Blood, Sam.
What?
That has that thing, unless it's also in True Blood, but people seem to think that plotline's from Interview.
Yeah,
with the Vampire.
no, I think it also happened in True Blood because it was the redhead who I was deeply in love with, Deborah Ann Wall. I can't be bothered to look up True Blood plot lines, but
There's
I
so
haven't
many
seen
of them.
Interview with the Vampire, so.
Oh well, then probably not that.
Probably not that, but. I want to see what the start of this.
I have to make my way this mine shaft in order to go on.
Inkstone Danny says the
Maybe
fact that my
Rashida could
local
help me
cardinal
with
got to vote for the Pope in spring just hit me like a truck. Did you read that already?
Yeah. It's like, I know this guy's a bad guy, and he got the vote for the Pope. Terrible news. Pope,
and then
elected by a load of Catholic priests. Like,
yeah. Inkstone, and then literally that cardinal came to speak at my brother's school, and the entire year group stayed home.
Excellent.
Brilliant.
Amy, that reminds me, I need to watch Queen of the Ring. What we talked about the Pope, and you're like, I need to watch Queen of the Ring. He's Queen of the Ring, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. 'Cause I don't know what I mean by that. I'd love to know. If anyone knows what I mean.
What do I mean?
What do I mean? Help. What do I mean? Help me. I'm confused. Help me. Leap. I only got that by the skin of my feet. That's not how ladders work. Oh, I've got to kick it, that's why.
Oh.
Oh no, Deborah Ann Wall is
Deborah Ann Wall
is in it. As in the actor
As
that
in Queen of the Ring.
Sam likes.
Yeah.
As in the actor that Sam wants to kissy kiss on the face.
Look, okay, she's got red hair and blue eyes.
Look,
What am I supposed to do?
I don't want to discuss your gay crush on this woman. Because I checked on the internet and it's Pride Month, so liking women is gay now.
It's
If you're a man, I have to be adamant on, otherwise that doesn't make sense.
Obviously.
So otherwise it would just, No further questions, Your Honour.
Are you bailing? You pulling the ripcord on that bit?
Pull out, just like the Pope asks you to do. Do you like the idea of an entire religion where they're like, look, when you're about to have sex, it's just very important that you remember the advice of the old man that runs this thing. Just when you're doing the deed, just think about this
God.
old
We just need to
Austrian
all
man.
trick God.
Yeah. Because God's
'Cause
all
we
about
can
like
do that.
paperwork and loopholes. He loves
Yeah.
being tricked.
Even though it says pretty specifically in the book that it's what's in your heart that actually matters, but
Yeah, did you know God isn't much of a spirit of the law kind of deity? He's more pure. He's a pure textualist.
right. That's where soaking works.
Hey guys, to get around this law about sex, we've made something that's kind of more dirty than sex somehow.
You
Like,
made it work.
somehow
Yeah,
it's sort of
exactly.
intrinsically more grubby.
It's grubby, and you're sort of you've injected so much shame into it.
And laundry. Shame and so much laundry. Hopefully.
Just
Ah!
bang.
Just bang, guys.
Just bang and be safe. Like, what's the problem? Bang and be safe.
And that's also the advice for using explosives well.
Yeah. Store them at the right temperature and humidity. Bang. Safe.
Oh, great. Another cable car. Just great.
Oh, that is the way, but I should also check out. I think there's potentially something up there, because if that's the critical pathway. Nothing over there. I thought I was doing the other way. 71 Penguins, soaking is Mormons and they do not really count. What, as Christians? I've terrible news
Wow.
for you. That's all Christianity. It's all
Yeah.
it's all sex.
It's all the same. Still the same religion.
You can disagree with it, but you can't be like, no. That religion is silly. They're all silly. Just some of them are older. Have you seen some of the hats involved?
There's some good hats.
Hashtag Watch Conclave. Great hats in that. But you often don't think about how much hat admin must go into it. Like preparing the hat, getting the hat the right shape. when
Making
you
sure
put it
everyone's got the
on.
correct hat.
Make sure you've got the correct. Like often you'll see a parade of any kind of religious parade, and you just see clearly who has and hasn't had second person's help with the hat. Like some of them will be perfect and square and wonderful, and then some of them will just be sort of like, I'm the Archbishop of Wentover, and I look like I got punched in the face.
Yeah, I'm the Archbishop of Fuckchester, and I beefed it. I beefed it with the hat, guys.
I'm not an Extian, a Christian, so I'd have a dog in the race. But Mormons are like fake Christians because they're a cult. Again, I would argue these are all cults, just some of them are more popular than others.
Yeah. Legitimized cult.
Because the thing is that, like, cults, obviously they have in their name sort of it implies a certain amount of negativeness. But a cult is just one step away from a sect. A cult is just like, yeah, this is a certain brand of this religious group that's small. That's all a cult is.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Seven Penguins, Tim,
Tim,
no, you don't get it.
Fair enough. For example,
Except I know,
cult
Tim,
robes
you
in
don't think
Hitman.
about that.
Yeah, the cult robes in Hitman. Somebody must have put so much effort into it. Maybe it was just.
What's this?
I guess in the Isle of Scale level in Hitman, they're all wearing their like cult robes.
Yeah.
The really cool robes that like the headdresses have got like a skull on the front and a face on the back.
Oh yes, I remember that one. Yeah.
And yeah, who made them? Who?
Yeah, somebody's
who's
like,
out
yeah,
here,
really.
Which?
Somebody with one hell of a sewing machine.
Right.
Keep on looking out for birds. Okay. Oops. Whoa.
Could be, yeah. There'd definitely be a clothing designer in that cult because it's a cult of like the super rich, the top like 1%.
Oh, can we join the super? Can I be part of the super rich cult?
I think you have to be super rich first.
Ah.
Is the problem? Yeah, that's the issue.
But then is weirdly the super rich cult about gaining wealth, despite the fact that to join you already had to be very wealthy. one of them.
You did. You had. It's about gaining wealth, and it's about maintaining control of governments. And they're basically like a Illuminati.
Yeah. They the Bilderberg will stand around a burning owl group. Them. Oh! Train.
Yeah.
Sudden train. Shit. There was a sudden train, guys, and it did me a frighten. And you can't call it the give it to give to me money. Give to me money.
Give to me money.
Give to me money. Is that what we're saying? Give to me money. I mean, there is the prosperity gospel people that are kind of like that.
Oh, what? That wealth is... That the Bible is actually about wealth, and being poor is a moral failing.
Yeah. Which I think they've really read the Bible very closely. In fact, so closely they were too close to see any of the words in it.
Yeah.
They just sort of picked up the concept of fonts and were like, I think I've got this.
I get it. I basically get it.
So basically, what you're saying to me is what I want to be the case is what's the case. Okay.
Isn't it weird that this book that was written 2,000 years ago is exactly what I already think?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Must be because I'm one of God's elect? I don't know. I don't know, man. It's not for me to say. It's for me to pay other people to write articles about. Right. Speaking of how long we're streaming for, we've basically hit 10, and I have just hit a checkpoint. So I think we should
call it a day.
Call it a day. But we're going to finish off on more religious talk. Leon, I think it depends on a point of view from any belief system. From my understanding, cults are more fanatical, manipulative, etc. Jonestown. I am Shakuru. Sorry for misspelling. I don't know how to spell, so it's fine. Wealth definitely has a major aspect, as a lot I've looked into have members giving to their leader their wealth to be close to the group. Yes, there's a real give all of your money to me, which is totally legit, and also perhaps from the cult, and also cut ties with everybody else you know. That's that is incidentally very important as well. Anyway. Thank you everyone for joining for this little extra stream. We'll probably see you next on Sunday. I've got a busy day tomorrow, so I suspect I will not be able to do another stream. But let's see if somebody else is streaming.
Anil was Chrono Magistrate.
Suggested
by Firefly suggested.
Chrono Magistrate. Not live, I'm afraid. Not live.
Oh.
So we're going to, you know what? We will, we'll raid Robotron. And the raid phrase. What will the raid phrase be? What terrible thing have we said so far this stream?
Wake up, Alan.
Wake up. But no, it needs to be more upsetting because it's Rob.
Oh, right, yeah. Join our cult.
Right, there's no offense,
Bros
Sam.
is a cult.
No offense, Sam. I'm going to turn to chat on this one.
Fair enough. Tim Cult.
What terrible thing have we said that can be yelled at Robotron? I'm just looking at chat now. But no, people are now just shouting Tim Cult.
Tim Cult. Cult of the Meredith.
I thought there were more terrible things. I want something more disgusting. I think when it's...
Yeah, what did we say? Did we say anything gross?
Did anything terribly gross?
Did Pentos say anything gross?
How about soaking counts? How about soaking counts? I think the raid phrase is soaking counts.
That's a good one.
Lovely. Right, raid phrase is soaking counts. It's starting the raid, so thank you everybody for your time. I should have checked if there were any other things or Ko-fis or anything like that, but I don't think there were. I think we're up to date on everything. And we will see you on Sunday. And remember, if nothing else, guys, soaking counts. Goodbye.
Bye-bye, love you, bye.
Don't worry, there's nothing wrong.